pretty much in about 10 minutes, suddenly it looked like a fishbowl. It was building up against our glass door, and it started to shatter our door and warp the frame, and our entire studio was covered with 3 feet of water within a matter of 10 minutes. We had a few kids in our space. Luckily, we took them out to our backyard at higher ground, but they had to be evacuated by the fire department because we did not want them walking through this water once it had seemed like it had slowed down. And we have been in this space only a year now, but we have already raised the alarm to the city about this, that something needs to be done. Our street, Grand Avenue, between Lafayette and Green, is constantly hit. And there's multiple residents and businesses, and we are bearing the brunt. And the city needs to do something because this is inappropriate, it is unsafe, and my entire kids' art studio is destroyed. And I have to rebuild a year after just reopening this, after surviving COVID. So it's been a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot. You mentioned you had some flooding earlier this year. How intense was it then? Was it to this extent?
Luckily,
did you even think that flooding was going to happen?
No, we did not. I know we are in a basement space, but we thought because everything was running downhill, we would be spared. It was one of those bad storms in June. Luckily, it was only a little bit of water, and it taught us a lot of really good lessons, as hard as that was. It taught us we thought we were more prepared this time with sandbags and sump pumps and shop vacs and emergency plans with our staff, but it came on so quickly, and the kids were out, but I was still just waiting in the water. I was manually trying to pull my doors shut because that's all I could think to do in that moment was, can I stop a little bit of this water from washing away my entire business? That was my thought, which is crazy. And we hope this doesn't happen again. We're looking into all the things that we can do to mitigate this. We are speaking with our landlord, but the city needs to do something. There are multiple drains on our block that are constantly clogged just on a regular day, and I've already raised the alarm to our local council member, and they simply told me to report it to 311, and that's really not appropriate. I've already reported to 311 about 6 times in the past 6 months, so I'm not sure what else needs to be done from our side, you know?
So, yeah, no, Valine, you raise up a lot of good points. And for you guys, you mentioned you have to talk to your landlords. What's next for you guys? Obviously, a lot of that stuff has got to be thrown out, replaced. You have renter's insurance. I mean, how does this how do you get help?
So we have set up a GoFundMe, and it is live now, and we accept all donations, no matter how small or large, because we will be paying out of pocket for water mitigation, which is happening right now in my space, for the trashing of things, for the purchasing of things, the repairs, the replacement of floors, making sure we don't have mold growing, all of these things we are paying completely out of pocket for that. There's nothing for us. So we appreciate any support, and we need cash, we need support, we need people supporting our business when we're able to reopen. But our GoFundMe is live, and we're a classic example of a woman-owned business in New York that serves kids, and I will be out today in my costume at 3 o'clock still doing trick-or-treating because I am not going to ruin what I had planned. And I have a 9-year-old boy, and I want him to have the most regular Halloween that he can have, even though he was carried out by a fireman last night during this flood. So that's my next steps right now.
Well, Valine, we are very sorry to hear what happened yesterday. We thank you so much for giving us just a perspective of what it's like being in a basement, whether business or apartment, and it seems like this is not the first time this has happened. Valine Botts, the owner of Private Picassos, they are a children art studio in Brooklyn, not too far from where we are here this morning, and a lot that can be learned, but it's not a simple fix, Jordan. It's not a simple fix here when you look at this. It seems like it's more of the rainfall rates than just an extended amount of rain. That's when we run into issues. So if you get a stalled out thunderstorm and produces an inch and a half of rain per hour or more, there's going to be parts of the city that are going to flood, and it's going to keep happening until they come up with a better solution. But these are spots that, you heard it from her. She had flooding back in June. And I can only imagine what some of these areas look like when Hurricane Ida came through, because we know how devastating and deadly that was as well.